Now to Idaho, where a group of white nationalists will be arraigned today following their arrest near a local pride event over the weekend. Police say they allegedly had plans to riot, but thanks to a tip from an alert citizen, officers did keep the peace.
Stay on the sidewalk. Sidewalk.
So Patriot Front got pulled over. They were all piled in the U-Haul and they are all detained.
What's up, everybody? Major Retired Richard Ojeda here, and talk about disgusting. Patriot Front. These jackaloons deserve 20 years in prison for desecrating the name of Patriot. More like Lunatic Front, Anti-American Front, Blind, Stupid, Hatred Front. These soulless devils gathered from a dozen states, packed into their own little Nazi version of the Mystery Machine bus, clad in their little G.I. Joe cosplay uniforms and KKK hoods, and dreamed of murdering innocent people to satisfy their homophobia and insecurity in their own lack of anything resembling manhood whatsoever.
The group has been labeled by authorities as a white nationalist hate group. And the credit really goes to Idaho police. They intervened after being tipped off by a concerned citizen in Coeur d'Alene, Idaho. They're arresting 31 people as part of this group who were allegedly piled up in the back of a U-Haul truck. They were tipped off by a concerned citizen who said they witnessed what looked like a little army getting into the back of that truck. The members were arrested wearing face coverings and shirts that read "Reclaim America," as well as tactical gear. Now, police also recovered at least one smoke grenade and an alleged operations plan mapping out a confrontation with people at this Pride event. It was called Pride in the Park.
All 31 of these right-wing terrorists were caught, and Idaho law enforcement deserves all the respect in the world for capturing these menaces to society before they could shoot up an LGBTQ event happening for Pride Month. And that's quite the juxtaposition, isn't it? Because these domestic terrorists have no pride whatsoever in anything, and least of all pride in this country of ours. It disgusts me on a visceral level that these play-acting cowards try to adopt the word patriot and the identity of our flag as a symbol of their hate crusade. There couldn't be anything more anti-American than xenophobia, homophobia, racism, and violent hatred toward people simply because they're different than you. They meant to attack peaceful citizens of their own country because they have some twisted purification quest. And these ideas were drilled into their simpleton minds by right-wing media. The insane conspiracy theories that are drummed up to boil hatred inside these folks are twisted to the core. The Great Replacement theory, talk about pure evil and utter insanity. And when people believe this crap, and yes, somehow they do, it leads to terror. We can thank our lucky stars the Idaho Police Department caught these evil devil worshippers, but tragedy was not averted in Buffalo. And the best thing that we can do to prevent things like this is to kill the ideology itself. Here's where things get really sad, because it falls to people that know better to do better. But they simply won't because of their own personal petty greed. Case in point is the treasonous tangerine tyrant Donald Trump and the Republican Party. The GOP had opportunity time and time again to reject the poison he was introducing into their party, but chose to do nothing but keep appeasing it. The courting of the right-wing conspiracy and hate groups is the secret of Trump's 2016 election. He brought these lunatics out of the woodwork, and while the old GOP could have denounced them, instead they all lusted after the newfound voter base. Now Republicans with any semblance of a soul have been banished from the party, and the nuttier you are, the better. We have Republicans out competing one another to see who can be even Trumpier than Trump. And this is the modern Republican Party. The last breath of the old GOP gasped and died when Trump told the Proud Boys to stand back and stand by. Everyone knew exactly what that meant. Trump had zero chance of winning a national election, but who cares about a free and fair election when you can take it by force? And that perfectly sums up the new Republican Party: hatred and violence. The more evil you are, the farther you will go. And that's why their own adopted face of the future is Kyle Rittenhouse. This isn't a political party, it's a domestic terrorist network. And the sad reality is they are going to keep spawning attacks like this until peace and democracy-loving people come together and defeat this pure hatred from our culture forever. Sappers clear the way, airborne all the way.